Just got back from upstate New York with family and friends. I've got Jeff here from City Indian, and we're going to explain what Davidson Audio Music City Indian has up our sleeves together, because as we've talked about before, having good partnerships to push the industry like Music City Indian is awesome. And we're going to explain why our Springfield is on their truck and why it's heading to Nashville, Tennessee. Jeff and I are walking back here because they put the bike somewhere. Actually, I see both of them. Jeff, you brought me down, what, two brand new 112s?
Two 112s, the Chieftain and the Challenger.
Yeah. And the reason for that is because the Chieftain is ours. We bought one from Music City Indian. There's a lot that goes in the background of it, but we have a really good relationship with them. So we wanted to make sure that as we push the boundaries with these bikes, that we do something awesome together. So that's what we did. So we're going to pull this bike out and show y'all what it looks like, because I'm looking at it right now and I'm already digging it. So let's pull it out and see what's up with it. Got Jeff here, Music City, and he is the parts guru there. You do parts and service, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the man I deal with like 90% of the time at Music City. We order a bunch of parts from him and we do a lot of stuff together. So when I reached out to him and Cam about potentially getting one of these bikes, they made the suggestion like, well, why don't we just build one for you? And I was like, okay. And from our conversations, I essentially only told you, I was like, hey, I have a slip-on from Toast and I want it lifted and we want to do a T-bar setup, and you guys do everything else.
Right.
And this is what they delivered, and I have to say it beyond beat my expectations. And I kept on bugging Jeff during the process, like, man, I don't want to see it, but I'm excited. And dude, they killed us. I'm gonna let Jeff talk about what they did, and then we'll roll that montage. And then I also want to go back and show you a couple of the very subtle details, because as Jeff and I were talking, he said he's a man of, when they customize bikes, sometimes they're not super loud and flashy. It's the small details that you miss the first time you see it, then you got to go back and see the second time. So let's let Jeff talk about what they did on the bike.
Yeah, so I mean, we started up front. We did the S&T rotors with their titanium rotor bolts. We did a bare knuckle 2-inch lift front and rear. We got the Clockworks. Brian Clock was kind enough to rush this out for us. Don't know if this is how the design's going to be, but it's probably a one-off for Brandon's bike. All right, so we got the Kraus Heartluck T-bar setup with the ODI bars. We went with the ODI throttle sleeve so that we could run these purple grips for Brandon. We got the Behringer hand controls. We stayed with the stock mirror, so you still have your blind spot detection. We come down here, we got the S&S air intake.
Which, real quick, Jeff and I'll touch base on this. When you buy this kit, I guess it comes with the air filter for the inside.
Yes.
So we want to let you all know that. So if you order this kit from them, you get both air filters. So just a heads up.
And then we got Brandon's brown seat, which will be going away. I got one getting custom made from Saddleman, so be looking for that soon.
Yep.
And then to kind of blend in the purple up top, we had our boy Spaz from Music City Paintworks come out and put just a few purple touches on the bike. So you'll see it there around the headdress here. And then we also debadged the front, so a lot easier to clean the bike without that badge on there.
Yes, it is. Also, can't forget about the Brembos down there, have a little purple touch. And then also, one cool thing that they do when they build bikes is with the purple in it as well, Literally the only thing Jeff and I talked about here was, he's like, well, give me a color, because he's like, I don't want to put red all over and you not like red. So I was like, you know what, we've never done purple before, so let's do it. Oh, we got to touch base on the other side. So Jeff made this happen right here, because this will be the first 112 Chieftain with a toast 2-into-1. But what did we have to do differently to make this a 2-into-1?
So we had to get a tab performance mid pipe, their 2-into-1 mid pipe, and then we cut off the support side on the other side, so it's, it's got the true 2-into-1 look on it as well.
Yep. And this is the 2-into-1 that we had on the Springfield. So if you look under here, we have our billet subframe and bag support there from Toast. So this bike is all set up. I'm really excited to see when we get the seat that they ordered for us. I don't know what they ordered. I'm sure it's a Saddleman, but Jeff said don't worry about it. It is? Yeah. Okay. So it's a Saddleman. He custom ordered it. It's going to match the bike a lot better than it does now. And then he also told me we're going to get the Combustion Industries front and rear lights to really slim this bike down a little bit. I'm super excited. I'm going to go take it for a ride real quick, see how it is while Jeff pulls back here and we get some stuff unloaded. Get on out of here. All right, Jeff is going to get back on the road. You and I, everybody, are going to just chit-chat a little bit about this bike, as Jeff and I have been talking about it. I just want to say thank you to Jeff. One, dude, he drove all the way down. And thank you not only to Jeff, but to Cam, Eli, Joey, Carl, the entire crew there. My salesman, the sales team, Mark and Blaine, everybody that took care of me there, thank you guys so much. I'm going to let Jeff get on the road because he's got a long ride home. And we're going to say goodbye to the Springfield as it leaves. It's going to be at Music City Indian for sale with the 4-speaker audio package on it. So somebody go up there, listen to it, buy that thing and enjoy it, because that bike is an absolute riot. It's just, for me in the business, we had to move over to the 25 platform as it's different. So Jeff's going to get on out of here, and you and I are going to rattle on some more about this bike, what I love about it, and what I feel is different about this and the Challenger. Oh, man, I'm so excited about this bike right here. I just want to start again, huge shout out to Music City Indian, the entire crew there. They really made this bike happen. It all started with just a small conversation after we went over to Panama City Beach, Indian. When we took one of these apart, I was like, man, I really need to get my hands on one of these bikes for an extended period of time. They're like, well, why don't you just train it in your Springfield and we can build you one? And I was like, okay. We went that route, because the crew up there, Cam and them, have a lot of connections in the industry, which is why when we go over this bike again, and apologies, I know Jeff and I already did, Jeff explained all these things on here, but since that video, that initial part, we had other parts that were still coming in, and luckily they've shown up and we've got them put on the bike. So I want to show you that stuff and just show you all the detail that Music City Indian put in this. Most people might think, oh, they only put a couple little bolt-ons. I'm telling you, like, all the little details of this bike, everything that they did is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to give you all another montage saying that this has extra parts on it. Gonna do that. I'm going to talk about some more stuff after that, and then we'll wrap it up, because this video is not going to be the review video of the bike, because I want to hit 500 miles on the bike before doing that. Because we're just over 200 now. We've been super busy. I haven't been able to ride as much as I want or as far as I want. So that video is going to come up, but let's roll that footage right now.
Bitch.
Let's go over quick a few of these details. I know Jeff and I have already touched base on it, so I'm gonna skim over most of it real quick, but there's a couple of little things I want to touch base on. And yeah, she's leaning pretty good. She's sinking in the sand there, so hopefully I'm not gonna have to fight her out of the sand, but we did blaze a little trail right there. She's a little heavy, but that 112 torque, baby, pulls you right out. Real quick, front to back, SMT rotors with titanium bolts right here. Absolutely love them. Got really good stopping power. Pinstriping, they did it on the calipers, on the war bonnet here, on the bag latches, the Music City cover over there that you saw already. Super subtle, but awesome. In the front, oh, also can't forget the Indian here. Love that. Clockworks. Brian Clock did this one for Music City Indian for me. I'm pretty sure they hand cut this one for me so we could get this in time. As Jeff and I said, we're not 100% sure if that's going to be a production version. I'm sure they're probably going to bring it out and notch it a little bit tighter, but guess what? We're keeping this one because that is one of one. Absolutely love it. These right here, these are the OEM air deflectors. I wanted these because the Roadmaster version of this bike comes with them. If you're familiar with the Victories, Polaris did that for the Victories. It helped a lot. So I've only got a little bit of miles on that. So when we do our 500-mile review, I'll touch base more on that. Here, front and rear, Combustion Industries micro turn signals. Love these things. Really cleans up the front of the look, takes those big old ears off there. So we got those on there now. Again, S&S side breather. Just wanted to try something different on there. Again, when you buy that kit, it does come with the other filter. Cannot forget the Tose, or Tose, slip-on tab performance crossover with the ghost pipe. Cut all that off to get feet straight through. Subframe from Tose as well. Combustion Industries in the rear. Then right here, derby cover right there with pinstriping there. And then here's really where a lot of the detail is. This Kraus T-bar setup with the ODI bars, ODI throttle tube, the grips on here. Absolutely love this setup, and cannot forget my quad lock. Love this charger. That is a wireless charger with the dampener, so when you're ready to ride, you just simply go bloop. Ready to go, pop it off, stays on there, charges your phone. That is the 12 volt version. So we have this wired to a relay where we get power, ground, and remote, or keyed power up top. So that way this will shut off with the bike. As you can see, yep, you can see it's turning on with the bike, and then we shut it off and she's off. Love doing it that way. I'm not gonna talk down on Quad Lock, but I do not like their little wiring harness that they sell for these that has on-off auto. That auto has eaten a couple batteries of ours, especially lithiums, because of how low it drops. We'll talk about that in a separate video. But that is a quick walk around of the bike. Let's switch it around and talk some more and get up out of here. The only review I'm gonna give y'all of this bike right now is I absolutely love it. Everybody that said this had the power of the Challenger, 100% correct. The handling is still different. I really, really, really love riding this bike. The wind buffering is not bad like I thought it would be, being a non-fixed fairing. And that 112, the only review of the 112 I'm gonna give you is for the price increase of the $3,000, in my personal opinion, it's worth it all day, every day. That bike gets down. It feels completely different than the 108. I'm telling you right now, do not sleep on that 112. It's absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I'm super glad that we got that. I am excited when we get to work with Hoonies to get a tune on this, because that's really, really, really gonna open up that bike and really get the full potential out of it. So that's gonna be it for this. Again, thank you so much, Music City Indian, for not only doing business with us and being an authorized dealer for Davidson Audio, but giving us these opportunities. Cam and the entire crew took care of us, from the sales to the service to the parts. Everybody there, top-notch dealership. Like I said, I love to surround myself with the top dealerships, and so far it's Music City, Pikes Peak Indian, and Panama City Beach Indian. Those three are my top 3 favorite Indian dealerships that I've interacted with. I'm not putting down any other dealership. That's just the personal relationship I have with these 3 dealerships. And we're always looking to expand. I want to not only push these motorcycles, but I want to push Indian motorcycle as a whole and these dealerships, because guess what? These bikes are phenomenal. So let's make sure that the parts and the service and everything else behind them, the buying experience, matches how great these bikes are, because that's how we're going to take Indian to the next level. It's up to the community, it's up to the manufacturer. Let's keep on pushing the envelopes with these bikes. I love what Indian's doing. Yeah, so if you're looking for the best aftermarket audio solution for your Indian motorcycles, especially the new 25 models, we already have packages in development. You'll see that in a future video. Harleys, cars, trucks, whatever. Make sure you check us out here in beautiful Panama City, Florida. We'd love to help you. Y'all have a great day, and God bless all of y'all.